Hey everybody, Basilray from vapetv.com, and I want to bring kind of a special, it's a review, but it's also a bit of a preview. Today we're going to look at this, not the Proberry. We're going to look at what I've got on top here. This is the DCA, or Drip Cup Adapter. This is a 306 specific accessory that's going to be for sale pretty soon here from GoodSenseVapor.com. The proprietor over there, you may be familiar with him if you're on the Twitter, in and out of Vape TV, goes by Jawzun, and this is kind of his brainchild here. So really, this consists of two pieces if you don't use the special DCA drip tip, which I have on here. Then there's also a top cap and a sealed bottom cap. The idea here, the bottom cap is going to seal it up. The top cap's going to hold it in place, allow you to adjust the airflow, and it's also going to help vent the 306 atomizer. So we're going to take a quick puff here. And we're also going to zoom in and we're going to take a close look how the pieces fit together and how the whole thing works. And we're going to do it with a little editing magic. So here it is, we have the makings of the DCA, or Drip Cup Adapter. You will see here that there's really kind of four pieces. These three are all identical. These are top caps. This is what the atomizer is actually going to go ahead and fit into. So the reason there are three different ones is because not every 306 atomizer has the same outer circumference. Because of that, not every atomizer can fit into just one top cap. As an example here, go ahead and stick this in, and you can see this doesn't fit in very snugly. I can just easily pull it in and out. This one is too big, so we'll put that one to the side here. Something else we'll also be able to tell is that when it fits in properly, it's going to fit in, and it's going to leave you, as you can see there, just about 1/8 of an inch of space left before that bottom ring on the atomizer connector. That's perfect. That's exactly how you want it to line up, and you want it to fit in there pretty snug. You can see I'm kind of pulling on it pretty good here, and it's not coming out. That's really how you want it. You want it to be nice and snug because this top piece is going to hold the atomizer inside. Something else to point out here, you can tell which of these top caps are which sizes by looking at the number of ribs up the side. The more ribs, the bigger it is. These ribs are not just aesthetically pleasing, they're also there to provide kind of some extra heat sinking for that 306 atomizer coil. So we'll set those two off to the side. At this point, we can go ahead and we can screw the top cap into the bottom cap, and this will pretty much screw flush. So you can see there's no real gap. When you have it sealed up this tightly, that means you're not going to get any airflow through the atomizer when you draw on it. The top cap will accept any 510 drip tip. I happen to have the matching DCA drip tip here. So you can see it's also got kind of the aesthetic ribs here, and it's got a real nice wide opening. There you go. You can see it's pretty much just a straight shot right down onto the coil, which is exactly how I like it. Now, the bottom connector here is completely sealed, and this little pin here is going to float up and down, depending on how far you have this screwed in, both to the device as well as the drip cup adapter. That will determine where that pin is going to sit so it makes a proper connection. So let's take it apart and let's actually thread it on to a device. To do this, just because it's a little bit smaller, I'm going to go ahead and grab the top cap for my silver bullet. Fit a little bit better into the shot here. So the first thing we would do when we want to go and hook up the DCA, or drip cup adapter, would be to screw the bottom cup, which is sealed, all the way flush. Once you've got that flush, we're going to go ahead and back it off a couple of turns to loosen up that pin, and we're going to go ahead and hold this in place and screw the top cap in. We can start by screwing the top cap all the way flush to the drip cup adapter, and from here, depending on how much airflow, that's going to determine how much we back it out. The more you back it out, the more airflow you're going to get through there. You can see this is backed out quite a ways here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to tighten it down flush again. And I'm going to give it, let's see, about a half rotation, just a little more than half of a rotation. That's where I like it. From here, we can go ahead and tighten this back down to the silver bullet, and that's going to hold this in place pretty snug. You may need to give it just a little bit of a turn to get it nice and seated in there properly so it doesn't wiggle. But once you've done that, you've pretty much set the airflow where you want it. From here, you can take any 510 drip tip, set it on top, and you are ready to rock. From here, you can go ahead and drip just about as much e-liquid as you would like. I mean, I've put a dozen drops in here, and I've not had any leaks whatsoever. Something else to point out, if I take all of this apart here, and we will set that there, see if I can pull this atomizer out. No, it's a little bit snug, so I'm going to grab just a different one real quick, and I'm also going to grab a standard 306 drip tip. Something you can do, although it really defeats the purpose, you could simply use it like this and use the sealed bottom cup with a 306 drip tip and atomizer there, but there's going to be some space here around the actual drip tip, so there's going to be lots of airflow, and juice could also leak out of there. One of the other purposes of this top cap is to go ahead and seal this all up. So again, back this out, and I'm just going to give this pin a little prod there. Screw it down all the way, back it off, screw it all down again, and there you have it. It's snug, it's not going to go anywhere if you yank on it, and we're ready to go. So we'll throw this back on the Pro Vari, and we will give it a vape, and we will give a little chat about it. Sleeping pills don't make me. So here it is, the DCA. It's really kind of put some new life back into the 306 atomizer for me. One thing I noticed with this kind of extra heat sinking, this will get real warm to the touch if you're chain vaping. Pulling that extra heat off of the atomizer coil does seem to really kind of help performance for me with the 306 atomizer. One thing I noticed, the flavor is, it's vastly improved here because you're not going to have that juice sitting on the coil continuing to stay really hot between drags in a chain vape as much as you would without something of this nature. So for me, this has really done it for me with the 306. I'm back on the 306. I've been off it for a while and been primarily using 510s. So really enjoying this. Pricing is not set just yet. When you purchase it, you will get the bottom cap and 3 of the top caps. I'm not sure if the drip tip is going to be included in that package as of yet. So again, these are not currently available. They will be available very soon. Today is June 22nd, 2011. These are not for sale yet, but they will be for sale over at goodsensevapor.com. There may be some slight changes to the basic design of this. This is very much a prototype that Jawzun sent me. So if some things are subject to change, don't hold that against me when the real thing hits the market. But this is going to be a must for the 306 enthusiast. No leakage. Keeps the juice here pretty much on the coil. If it does leak past to the bottom, you can just give it a quick pull, and it's right back where you want it, and you're back to vaping. Absolutely loving the DCA drip cup adapter, or damn cool accessory as I like to call it. We did show this off first. The first place you could have seen this pretty much worldwide was on my show on Vape TV, which is Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also find me here on the YouTube, youtube.com/Basilray, facebook.com/Basilray, twitter.com/Basilray, or at Basilray. And there's always the Basil phone, 612-293-6405. Would love to hear from you. Please let me know if you've got questions, concerns, comments, you need some help, you get pointed in the right direction. Always here for you. End every video this way, please. Until next time, take care. Sleeping pills don't make